Hey y'all, this video does not want to get made. It has taken me days to try to show y'all all the things I want to show you, but let's make it happen. Okay, let me turn that around. Do you see? Oh no, you can't see. Hang on. This is glorious. Hey, Sweet Pea. This is glorious. This is just one plant, one plant on each side. A Confederate jasmine. I can't wait to show y'all when it blooms again next year, but I have just let it go wild, and I don't know if you can see up in here, but it is just it's just going wild, and I love it. It feels very Secret Garden. So my son took my selfie stick, so the video is probably going to be even shakier than it normally is because I don't know, it's shaky. But anyway, okay, so it's nice and cloudy out right now, so I think it's pretty good. I can't really tell if the video is going to be too dark, but I wanted to get out here and try to show y'all some stuff because we're expecting another hurricane, and I just want to take a minute to talk about hurricanes because it's blooming. Oh, I can't wait to show you. Okay, focus, Molly. Stay with me. Let's stay on track. Come on, you guys can do this. Let's do this. A couple years ago on my grief support channel, I was talking about, I don't even remember what video it is, but I talked about Hurricane Michael. And if you're familiar, if you keep up with hurricanes, if you don't live in an area where hurricanes are common, Michael was a bad dude, and he did some major damage this side of Panama City. A woodpecker. Oh, hold that thought. Oh, I can zoom in. Can you see him? I'm sorry, it's so shaky. Shh. Don't scare him, guys. Shh. Can you see him? There's another one around here somewhere. Oh, did you see him? Distractions abound. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh, I hope you got to see that woodpecker. I love it. What was I saying? So on my other channel, on my grief support channel, I had talked about seeing on social media. This was before I pretty much got off of social media completely. But I was seeing all these people praying for Hurricane Michael to go somewhere else. And that really frustrated me because I feel like that's part of one of our problems in society these days, is not thinking about if God were to hear your prayer and send the hurricane somewhere so that it doesn't hurt you, it's going to go hurt somebody else. So essentially you're praying for somebody else to have that damage. And that's just, I don't know, I guess maybe it's a pet peeve for me. I don't know. That's just a little peek into my thoughts for the morning. That's free of charge. I won't charge you any extra for that. Oh man, there's birds everywhere. Okay, let's focus. So, what is my point? It's hard to hold this thing up with my hand, and my arms are so short. Okay. So, possibly another hurricane coming. I wanted to show y'all some stuff before it comes. When you see this video, it will already have come and gone. And hopefully it won't have turned into a big nasty one. It won't do a lot of damage. It won't do a lot of flooding because the Gulf Coast has been really, really hit hard this year. Now, I'm going to show y'all some stuff. I'm going to try. I don't know how much of the footage I've gotten over the last couple of days is going to do, but I'll try to plug things in here and there as whichever thing looks better, if that makes sense. Okay. So, I'm going to show y'all something that I had not even noticed, and I might cry. Look at these gorgeous flowers. This is a Cassia Bush. Our daughter's name is Cassia, and I want these bushes all over my property. It's actually a nitrogen fixer plant so that it can help feed your other plants. So it's a helpful plant, and it's in the cinnamon family. But the flowers are ridiculous. It's more of a tropical plant. Look at all these buds. Look at it. It's more of a tropical plant. Look at that. You see that over there? Y'all ain't gonna get me today. I'm gonna go get my shovel. Focus, focus, we can do this. Look at that. It's more of a tropical plant, and I have had them. Well, hey, friend. All right, okay, focus. I have had to replace this plant because it died, and I'm not sure if I should maybe cut it back and bring it in for the winter, because it does get cold enough here that it actually might kill it instead of it coming back the next year. Either that or try to figure out how to cover it on the nights that it gets really cold, but that would mean I have to remember things, and I'm not good at remembering things. Okay, first let's just look at all the good things, and then we'll talk about the bad things or the crazy things. Can you see? I can't tell if it's focusing or not. That's a tiny little cucamelon, also known as a Mexican gherkin or a mouse melon. It's just a tiny little cucumber, and I'm really excited for the chance to get to taste one. They got the tiniest little flowers. But look at this. What is that? What is that? Something's trying to get. Oh, I'm coming back for you. I'm coming back to clean that off. Okay, so that's cute. Let's see if I can get it to focus, and you can see the flower. It won't focus. Okay, just use your imagination or Google it. So I already harvested a bunch of roselle again yesterday, but it was getting dark, so I see some that I missed. And also I was trying to video it because I was going to do a little fancy little time-lapse little ditty of you getting to watch me harvest them, and turns out my video wasn't recording. So use your imagination. So I came over here the other day and saw all these beans. Can you see them? Let me get on the other side. Okay, can you see? I don't know if you can see it, but use your imagination. So I'm pretty sure this is a scarlet runner bean, because one of my very faded plasticware markers, that's what it says, but I don't know for sure, because I know that I have been sticking seeds in the ground off and on all summer. Yeah, good morning to you too. To see what would grow. And I don't remember seeing the blooms. And I don't know how I missed it, except for the fact that I'm 5 foot tall and this is way above my head. So maybe I just didn't see it. Possibly these arch panels. These are cattle panels that are made into arch trellises. Got that idea from Jess over at Roots and Refuge. Maybe this isn't the best idea for someone like me who is too short to notice the stuff that's above your head. Okay, what is this one? Oh, okay. I can't remember the name of this one. It starts with a T, and I can't see it because of my faded plasticware. I can smell those stinky mushrooms. Hold on to that. That's coming. But I'll put the name of it on the screen whenever I figure it out. But look, it's made beans. I'm so happy. Okay, what I'm planning on doing, because everything's just making a few beans, is I'm going to let everything go to seed, and I'm going to save them to plant again next year. While we're right here, look, ignore that. Ignore all the cardboard that I put down, but then I didn't put anything on top of it to keep it from blowing away. Pretend you don't see any of that. Well, how do I block that? There we go. Just look at that. Just look at that for a minute. Just look at my zinnias. So, reminder for the future, the zinnias love the change of the weather because they are looking stunning. I have been binging videos from a flower farmer, and something that she shared in one of her videos was that with the zinnias and basil and some other plants, to pinch them when they're little and that makes so much sense now because my basil and my zinnias were just coming up one little stalk with one little flower. But if I had pinched them when they were little, they would have made multiple stalks. So I'll have to remember that in the spring. And hopefully that'll help you too if that's something that you didn't know. Okay, more good stuff, more good stuff. Oh, look at all my tiny oak trees. You know what this is from? Okay, so all of this area, obviously I didn't stay on top of trying to pull weeds when they were little. This is all leaves. We had a neighbor who had bags and bags of leaves that we grabbed from them. We had a friend who we raked up leaves at their house, and I just made it so thick, and it worked really well, but obviously some things have gone through. But what comes with leaves? What comes with oak leaves? Acorns! So I've got little trees growing everywhere. I have to pull those things up. Okay. Here we go. Look. Can you see it? Oh, I gotta move. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it. Oh, did that work? Can you see that I finally have loofah growing? I planted my loofah seeds multiple times and they just would sprout and then die. But now, oh, can you see them? I have loofah. But remember this for next year, folks. Don't plant loofah on a pallet arbor because they get stuck. And I can't reach. I think a squash bug, what is it? What is it called? What is it, the vine borer? I think it was a vine borer. Back when something was eating all my pumpkin and squash plants, something also ate my loofah, and I thought, well, it's done for. But in the mornings, I could still come out here and see way up there the yellow flowers. They're so pretty. So I thought, well, I'll just let it be. And sure enough, even though it had been damaged by bugs, it still has made a couple of loofahs. Last year I had a really good loofah harvest, and that is something that's really fun to grow, and I use those for sponges in the shower, and I use them for washing dishes, and also I keep some outside for washing out like the chickens waters or the duck and the geese their swimming pool. I could just leave it out. They break down over time, but if you have enough of them, you use it till it falls apart and then you just start using a new one. So it's fun to grow, and it's a free sponge, right? So it looks like I had a little success with my Kentucky Wonder pole beans. Can you see the blooms? I can't tell if it's gonna go there. Look, I've got little beans. I really think I'm just gonna try to save them all for seeds for next year. All right, something else good. Oh, look. So I tried to video the bloom, but I actually have a little baby okra. I'm really hoping that I get to at least taste one. This is a Jing red variety, and I don't know what it tastes like. There's ants crawling all over it because ants are everywhere. But I'm really looking forward to seeing what that tastes like, and maybe I'll be able to save some seeds to try and grow it again. There's so many varieties of okra, and I would love to try them all. So maybe that's something for the future, way over in my market garden where I'll have more room, because okra plants get tall. So these plants are so small because I kept losing my seedlings. They just kept dying, and I kept regrowing them. And this is as big as these have gotten so far. Look at these little, I can't tell if this is focusing or not. This is a climbing variety of beans. Look at that, it's so pretty. It's a Cherokee black bean. Oh, hi, hello little friend. Oh, is it focusing? Can we see you, little friend? I'm sorry if that's fuzzy. Sorry. Come back. All right, here we go. And this is a sugar snap pea. Can you see? Focus. The flowers are so pretty. And look, can you see the stems? I was like, well, these things are gonna die. And then they were kind of looking terrible. But then you get up here. All right, so talking about labeling the plants. I usually use, there's something in the woods. I usually use cheap, like Dollar Tree plasticware and write on the handle part and stick the other part in the ground. Problem is, the sun is so bright here that it fades the permanent marker off pretty quickly. Another thing that I have been using is rocks. I have a big bucket of rocks because, did y'all ever do the rock painting craze? I can't remember where it started, but I know that it was like a kindness project where you would paint a rock or decorate it and then hide it somewhere for someone to find, and it was just a little kindness project. But then all these Facebook groups started popping up, and so we were in one for like our county and a couple of cities around us. And it was really funny to see people get frustrated because they were upset that people were not taking pictures of the rocks that they painted whenever someone found them and sharing it on there so that they could see their rock that they painted. And it was just frustrating to see people complaining about something that was supposed to be a kindness project. Anyway, so because we were painting rocks, I have a bunch of rocks. So what I thought I would do, my son, who is an artist, said that I should try using a permanent paint marker, that would hold up better to the weather. And so I found one, actually I was at the Dollar General the other day, and I found this one and it said that it's waterproof. I don't know, it's not a fancy brand or anything, but I thought I would give it a try. Woo, too much. Nope. Yep, I'm not gonna be able to share that with you. I tried. And I got paint on my hand. That's fine. So learn from my mistakes. Use something other than permanent marker and plastic for your plant markers, or you won't be able to tell what you planted, because if you're like me, you're not gonna remember. I'm trying to make this work without a selfie stick today. Not fun. It's starting to drizzle. Okay, so I saw a hornet I've never seen before, and I ran in the house and told my husband, and he came out and looked at it, and we Googled it because we were thinking, I panicked. I thought murder hornets, because that's been the one thing that 2020 has brought this year that I've been like, no, because then I can't go outside, you know, or it'll hurt my chickens or kill us or something. So we looked it up, not a murder hornet. The closest thing we could tell that it might be, and I'll put a picture up here, it's not a great picture, just use your imagination, a great gold sand digger, something like that. I'll try to show you. Okay, so he's not a murder hornet, he's just a good guy. He just hangs out in the flowers and is totally chill. So the next time that I see one in the garden, I won't be scared of him. He just looked at me and was totally calm, so I'll say hi and leave him be and not be afraid. The other thing was some stinky mushrooms, and I'm going to show you what I recorded when I found them after we had a heavy rain a couple days ago, and I came out here and was just wanting to see, you know, how the garden looked, see how much rain we got, and I smelled something awful. Let me show you that. Y'all, I can't make this stuff up. Do you see what I see? Before I tell you what this is, do you know what this is? Leave a comment below if you already know what this is. I just wanted to come out here and enjoy my garden in the evening. I noticed some beans coming on, some other things I wanted to share with y'all. I stepped in a pile of fire ants, so that's nothing new. And I found what looks like a murder hornet. My husband is Googling that right now. So, we're gonna burn everything and move. Set everything on fire. We're leaving. I don't know where we're going, but we're leaving. So they have since shriveled up, and it's called a stinkhorn mushroom, and it's a sign that our soil is healthy, and apparently it's a delicacy in some countries. I'm not gonna eat one. It smells bad. They say it smells like rotting meat. I don't feel like that's what it smells like. There's something familiar about it, but I can't figure out exactly what it is, but I could still smell it even from all the way over here. So that was interesting. I guess that's not a bad thing. It was just weird. And also it just stinks when you're over there. And then what else happened? So while I was standing admiring my scarlet runner beans, I was standing in an ant bed, and I have a bunch of bites on my feet because of that, because they love my raised beds. So I'm gonna go get my shovel and I will start an ant war. Another bad thing. Not really a bad thing, kind of not unexpected, because for some reason some of the beans and peas that I try to grow, the aphids cover them. I don't know if you can see. And then the ants come and milk them. So these are pink eye purple holes, and I see where they're making pretty good, but it's pretty frustrating to come over here and see them covered with aphids and ants. I'm talking. I don't know if I've mentioned this yet, but I had named the ducks Anne and Gilbert. That would be Gilbert. Do not peck my toes. Mm-mm. Here's Anne. But I think that Gilbert might be a girl. If that's the case, then you're looking at Anne and Diana. What are you girls doing? Just going for an evening stroll? Hi. Alright. She's actually a cuddle bug. This is Sarah, and she's the prettiest girl at the ball. Hi, Lucy. Hi, Pearl. I'll come over here a minute. Abraham is learning to gobble. There is not much cuter than when a young rooster is learning to crow or a turkey is learning to gobble. Hey, handsome. These turkeys are black Spanish breed. It's a heritage breed. Work it. I guess he's not going to gobble for us until I turn the camera off.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here.
Not only did I get a nice little bit of banana peppers and a couple of corbachis, I found a pair of missing scissors. Say hello to your fans. I think that's everything. I think I covered everything. Hopefully I can plug in the bits of video that I did manage to get over the last couple of days and make some sort of cohesive, possibly entertaining video for you. Maybe it was helpful, maybe you learned something, I don't know. Check out some of my other videos, subscribe if you want to see more videos, like this video, share it if you want to send it to somebody who wants to laugh at a crazy lady out in her garden, and I'll see you next time. I love y'all.